Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. This is a 30-minute session for metabolism. So we are starting the practice today sitting with some elevation under your pelvis, and I'm going to have my hands touch my knees. It can also be your thighs, and with gentle movements we are going to start today getting into our breath by inhaling and feeling the sensation of expanding through the chest, arching the spine, bringing the neck and the chin up gently. It's not extreme. And then with the exhalation, I'm going to round, bring the chin in, abdominals in, and lean back. We are going to repeat this several times. And there is no rush to go fast, but you take the speed that you feel that it's appropriate for you, okay? If you want, you can close your eyes. Sometimes that helps as we shut down, let's say, one of our senses. It helps us enhance the other senses. So perhaps the smell, the taste, the hearing, the sensations in your skin, the temperature. And as you keep going more and more, find that connection of breath and movement, creating a relationship. And as we keep moving more and more intimacy in that relationship between the breath and what's happening in the body. I'm going for a few more, opening the chest, sending the chin up, then exhaling. One more. When I come back to the center, I'm going to start adding some circling motions. As you can see with my torso, there's nothing super, I'm going to say, scripted about this, okay? So it can be big circles, they can be very small. The idea is to feel more movement inside. Like I said, we are igniting metabolism. So maybe you hear clicking sounds or snapping sounds as you move. Let the torso go in different ways. You can, of course, move the shoulders if you need, or the head a little more. I'm going the same direction that I started for a good amount of repetitions, okay? I'll tell you when we switch it. Add one full circle to that same side that you're going, and then we are going to start the second side. And like I said, it can be a medium pace movement. It can be slow if you need to really take it easy and there are areas that are hurting today. It can be a little faster if you feel like you need a little bit more of that fire to wake up the whole body, okay? I'm going a few more. And I'm adding one more. Good. When I come back to center, I'm going to switch the leg that was in front. I'm going to put it behind. And this time I'm going to inhale, send the arms up overhead. With the exhale, I'm going to bring my arms like a cactus shape, sending the shoulder blades down, elevating the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. From here, I'm going to inhale and stay tall. And with the exhale, I'm going to twist torso over to the right. Then I'm inhaling back to center, exhaling to the left. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. One more. Back to center, release the arms. Now I'm going to frame my left knee with both my hands, and I'm going to walk myself a little forward without folding all the way. I'm going to press the floor away, lengthen the spine, send the shoulders back, and lift the sternum. Take 2 breaths here. If you can, you try to push your right sitting bone down without losing the lift in the spine. Then I'm walking through the center over to the second side. And again, I'm walking my fingertips a little forward, but I'm not folding the torso all the way, pressing the floor away, trying to ground the left sitting bone, lengthening through the spine, shoulders down. Good, then I'm walking back towards the center and pressing up towards the seat. I'm going to put my left hand down onto the sticky mat. You can also put your forearm, place whichever feels more appropriate or comfortable now. We are going to inhale, send the opposite arm up and over, and I'm going to let my head face down or my eye face down to the floor. So I release the neck and the head there, but I'm pushing either with the left hand or forearm the way you're doing, so my right side gets heavier and more grounded into earth. I'm going to take several breaths here. Noticing that flow, keeping the awareness there so we stay present with the practice. And then I'm going to push, come over to the second side. Again, option to put just the hand, or it can be the forearm all the way. And we take that left arm up and over, head facing down. Let the neck and the head become heavy. Try to lengthen the left side of your trunk and ground the left sitting bone, creating that action of pressing gently down with the left leg. Softening the face, relaxing your jaws, another breath. And then I'm pushing, coming back. We are going to repeat this one more time, but shorter time. So I'm going again, relaxing the head, just one full breath. Feel if there's any difference between the first time you did it and this one. And then over to the other side. Good, pushing, coming back. One more, inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhale, right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Lift the spine, bring the belly and chest over to the left. Relax the shoulders, and if your neck feels okay, see if you can bring the chin over to the right side without touching down, but keeping the chin above the chest. Soft face again, relaxing your tongue. Then returning to center, inhaling, arms up again. I'm switching sides, left hand to right knee, right hand behind, lifting the spine, sending belly chest to the right, relaxing the shoulders. And then if it's okay, in your neck, chin over to the left. If that doesn't feel good, you just stay with the chin at the center, or you can even test bringing it over to the right, okay? All of those places are good, different stretches for the neck. Good, I'm returning to the center, and the last one before switching the shape, inhaling, arms up overhead, and this time we are going to let the torso drop over the legs. You can always put blocks, pillows, or anything, I'm going back so you can see me, but anything that feels appropriate, and you don't have to particularly go all the way down. Each body structure is very different, so maybe you need a little bit extra support there in front of you, or stuff to put your head on top, okay? So we'll stay here in this one. We are trying to give more opening space into the lumbars. I'm trying to round through the leg bones and release again the neck and the head. Another full breathing cycle, observing that pattern. And then we slowly walk ourselves back up. Beautiful. From here, I'm going to move. Keep your blocks close by in case you need them. If you need to pad your knees, keep your blanket or anything that you can put there to pad. I'm going to come into the hands and knees position, have my knees close to one another. You can choose to tuck your toes or keep them untucked the way that feels better today. Press through your hands, send your send your sitting bones back to your heels, and then bring the hips over to one side, front, opposite side, and back. We are going to do 5 of these, going the same way. And we are activating the knee joints, hips, flexion there for the hips, opening the pelvis, lengthening the lumbars. I think I have one more, but do your 5. And then I'm reversing for 5. Again, a chance to get in, bring the attention to the sensations in the body, the little aches, tension, pain, and practice awareness, compassion, taking care of ourselves. Okay, I'm adding the last one. And then returning to my tabletop. From here, I'm going to tuck my toes and keeping this tabletop position, I'm just going to make a movement where I'm pushing myself back and forward and back and forward. We're going to go with this one also a few times. Again, igniting, oiling the joints, moving our bodies a little different in repetitive motions to, again, fire up our digestive system. I'm adding a little bit of speed for a few more. One more. Good, and then I'm coming back to that tabletop. From this tabletop, I'm going to spin my fingertips out to the sides. I'm going to widen my knees just a little bit. You can see that I have my toes tucked. And here I'm going to lift my knees just a smidge off the sticky mat. And I'm going to push through the hands, drag the belly in, lengthen the spine. From here, we are going to do another motion, okay? So we are going to push back like if we are going into down dog, then come back into hovering, then coming forward. Then again, I'm bending the knees, but without touching the mat. I'm going back up, back to the knees, forward to plank, knees, back to down dog. And again, knees, forward, knees, down dog. If you need to touch down with your knees, please do. I'm trying to avoid that for a little bit more fire, and back up. And again, down, plank, knees, and up, down, plank, knees, and up. In this one, we're going to stay. You can widen your feet a little more if you need, and pedal the feet a few times. Lengthening the backs of the legs, pushing the mat away with your arms and your hands, making space in the top of the chest, releasing the neck and the head, and moving the hips a little bit from side to side. You can turn even your heels to one side of your mat and feel that stretch. Then over to the other side. Then I'm going to walk my feet just a little bit so they are closer to my hands. I'm going to press through the heels. And I'm going to bend the knees a little bit and then re-extend, sending the inner legs back. And again, bend the knees, push through the mat, keep the hips high, and re-extend. Good, either with knees bent or legs extended, I'm going to take my left hand to the right side of my leg. So I can go either to the ankle, shin, you can go a little higher if you need. And if you need to keep your knees bent, you can do that as well. I'm trying to push the mat away with that right hand. And as I hold onto the right shin, I'm trying to bring belly and chest over to the right, relax the head. One more breath. Then we return back to that short down dog. Bend the knees if you need. Good. Then from here, right hand over to the left, either hugging or holding the ankle, shin a little bit higher if you need, and keeping the knees bent if necessary. I'm going to try and push through the heels, push the left hand, and wiggle myself into that window under the left arm. Slowly, I'm returning into that short down dog, and I'm going to walk my feet towards the hands, coming towards the top of the mat. Good, and from here, bending the knees, let the belly drop onto your thighs, relax the head and the neck, touch down fingertips onto your sticky, bring the blocks if you need them there. And if you want, you can wiggle a little bit again, the hips from side to side. Moving the feet. Good, keeping the feet parallel, bending the knees just a little. I'm going to put my left hand under the line of my nose. Fingertips are touching down. If the hand doesn't get to touch all the way down, then you put a block there or a book, okay? From here, as I press down, I'm going to twist over to the right, opening the chest. Keep the knees bent. Releasing here. Second side, right fingertips down at the center of the mat, and I'm going over to the left. Releasing. Good, then slowly I'm going to try and re-extend the legs, dropping the torso over and down, and then bending the knees again. I'm going to slowly drag myself up, belly button in, slowly lifting one vertebra at the time, coming up towards the standing position. Good. From the standing position, with the feet still parallel to one another, I'm going to stay sideways so you see the movement. We are going to inhale, send the arms up. And with the exhale, I'm going to go sideways and bend the knees, okay? This is just so you see the movement. And then we are going to switch it. It goes like this. Pretty simple. Keep going. Last one. And we release. Good, and now I'm going to show you another one, standing again, feet parallel to each other, hip distance apart. Now I'm going to go sideways, and each time I'm going one way with the front hand, I'm trying to tap my shoulder, okay? We're going to keep going for a few, okay? So we go side to side. Like I said today, igniting fire. I'm tapping behind and in front. A few more. Last one. And coming back to center, shake a little, move legs, arms. You can go up and down. Good, and from the top of the mat, Feet now are together. Keep your blocks close by in case you need them. Inhaling, arms up overhead. Exhaling, we fold over the legs. Bend the knees as much as you need, okay? Hands to shins. Inhaling, lengthen the trunk, shoulders back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhaling to center and releasing. And again, inhaling. Exhale. Halfway up. Exhale, fold. Press through the feet, drag the energy up. Tone those legs all the way up. And center. Last one, inhaling. Exhale. Halfway. Pressing through the feet, spread the toes. This time I'm going again, all the way down. Halfway on the inhale. Exhale, send your right leg back, your right knee down. And like I said, if you need the blocks, bring them in front or under the hands. Let the hips come forward, shift the weight there, lengthen and lift the sternum up. Shoulders back, take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more. Good. As I'm here, I'm going to play a little bit with movement. So I'm going to go with my hips in circles, a little different than the one that we did before, with one leg in front and one behind. I'm doing just like 3 circles one way. And of course, I'm moving the front foot to be able to do that. And then 3 the other way. Good. Then from there, I'm going to send the left leg back into downward facing dog. Good. From here, we come into the plank. Bring your knees down. Then the whole rest of the body coming all the way down. Extend through the legs. Bring the fingertips outside your mat, a little bit behind your chest. Roll the shoulders, press through the feet, lift up. Activate your glutes, sacrum in. Exhale. Bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck your toes, go onto your knees, lift into downward facing dog. Another breath. Gaze forward, bend the knees, and walk or step to the top of the mat. Press through the feet. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhaling, we go down, we reverse. Inhaling halfway. Exhale, send the left leg back, the left knee down. And from here, I'm going to shift the weight of my pelvis again forward, lengthen through the torso, lift the center of the chest, relax the shoulders down. Take a couple of breaths. One more. Good, and now I'm going to add that movement like I did on the other side. Just 3 circles going one way, and then 3 the other way. Good, from here, hands down, back to downward facing dog. Inhaling to plank. You can use your elbows and bend and come down all the way, or use your knees like before. This time I'm going to stay here, tops of the feet pressing down, sacrum in. I'm going to bring my arms in front, drag the belly in, lift the chest. And I'm going to add a little more. Inhaling here, exhale, bring your arms behind. Inhale, bring them forward. Exhale, back. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Bring your hands right under your forehead. Let the forehead come down to the hands and wiggle a little bit through the hips and rest for a moment. Just a couple of breaths. Notice the breath, the pace, maybe sensations of the blood moving within you, tingling, throbbing, or your heartbeat perhaps being at a different pace than the one that was before. From here, we are going to bring the hands under the shoulders, press back, widen the knees, come into a child's pose. Give yourself another moment to release through the lumbars and feel the connection with your legs and the earth. Good, then slowly lifting up towards a seat, I'm going to bring my legs in front of me. I'm going to sit tall. I'm holding my knees really, really tall, okay? And then from here, I'm rolling the shoulders back and down, dragging the sternum up. I'm going to keep holding my left knee with my right peace fingers. I'm going to try and grab my right big toe and extend that leg up. Lifting through the sternum, sending the lumbars in, extending that arm. You can always take a belt instead. Then I'm putting that foot down, holding that right knee into the chest, sitting tall, using my left peace fingers into the left big toe and extending for the second side. Pushing through the heel that is going up to the skies and keeping those lumbars moving into the body. Good, then release that. Trial number 3, peace fingers on the right big toe, peace fingers on the left big toe, and see if you can go one at a time and go with both. We lift, you can stay still with only one, okay? And then from there, sending the second leg, pushing through the heels, inner legs actively pressing into one another, shoulders back, lift the lumbars. Drag the belly in, lift the sternum, and then slowly release. Cross one shin in front of the other and fold over the legs. Slowly walk yourself back. Come onto your back, hug the knees in, rock from side to side. Good, bring your feet down. Bring the feet to be wide as your mat. And then let both knees drop over to the right. Bring the arms overhead, stretching the side, creating a twist. If you want, you can bring your right foot on top of the left knee or thigh. If that doesn't feel appropriate in your body, just keep the right foot where it was. Big breath in, big breath out. Then slowly releasing, right foot down. We press both feet so the knees are vertical again. My feet are wide to the edges of the mat. And then I'm going over to the left, extending again through the arms. Left foot can come over the right knee or it can stay on the floor. Soften the face, relax the head. Good. Then slowly releasing that left foot back towards the center. Bring both knees into the chest one more time. And if you have the ability to catch your feet with your hands, we take the happy baby pose, extending the spine, pressing the feet up, trying to bring the knees down towards earth. And stay here for a moment, feeling the central axis in your body from the head, the skull, grounding down through the neck, all the way down to the end of your spine. And then if you want, you can add a little bit of wiggling from side to side. And then slowly hug the knees in again, extend the legs, and drop your whole body here just for a minute. Well, we don't have a minute, but just a few seconds. Take a deep breath in through the nose, a big sigh through your mouth. Just take a moment to feel your body here before we close. Feel your breath. And then whenever you're ready, you can start wiggling fingers, moving your toes, and rolling over to the side to press up and keep moving on with your day. If you have more time to rest, that's also great. You can stay there for a little longer. I appreciate you guys joining for this session today. I hope to see you again the next time. Namaste.